Hi, everyone. How are you guys? I'm so happy to be here with you. I'm Denyse with Artist at Heart. I'm a certified art teacher, and I am super excited to be creating with you guys tonight. So we're going to have a penguin party, right? All right. You guys can use any supplies that you have. I highly recommend you use a pencil to start with, some paper to practice, warm up your hands, get them all ready. All right. I'm in Cleveland, Ohio, and it's chilly here. Chilly Willy with my Chilly Willy penguin. So warm up your hands, get them ready to create. I'm going to draw with black marker so you can see it on the screen. But I highly recommend you use a pencil so you can erase it if you make a mistake. Okay. The setup of my paper is going to be vertical or portrait style, so it's going to be long way. And if you want to turn it horizontal, that's fine, but mine are a little bit taller, so that's why it's set up that way. And if you're doing it with other people, hey, you guys, Joe's behind the scenes. He's helping me out tonight. Hey, Holly. Hi, Zai. So Joe's behind the scenes tonight, no football, and he is helping us out. So that's my nephew, if you're not sure who Joe is. And if you guys want to create your penguin so that the artwork connects, you can easily do that. You can see mine doesn't quite connect, but you could connect it with the snow that you do. They can touch their flippers, their fins if you want, or they don't have to connect at all. So we'll talk about that a little bit more later. The most important part I want you to think about is your setup, right? So mine's going to be vertical. I want you guys to find the center of your artwork because that's where we're going to put the beak, which is a triangle. So the triangle is going to be with the point down, and I like to round the edges of the beak. It just, I think, looks a little bit cuter that the edges of the beak are rounded. So roughly in the center, I'm going to do, you guys, this is my sloppy copy. So this is my practice. I'm doing it on paper. Then I'm going to do my good one on canvas. So I'm going to draw it out twice. Hey, Reagan and Jennifer, and hey, Zach and Maya. So glad you guys could join me tonight. We're going to have fun. All right, I'm in Cleveland, so it's 7 p.m. here, but I know a lot of you guys are in a different time zone, so it might be 6, it might be 5, it might be 4. Yeah, that's about it. Some kids on the Pacific Coast. So, all right, so roughly in the center of your paper, so find the middle, I'm going to do a triangle. So I'm going to do a horizontal line. I'm going to round the corner and do a diagonal line. I'm going to round the corner and do another diagonal and connect it. And again, I'm only using a black marker so you can see it on the camera. You should be using a pencil. Okay, so roughly in the middle. That's why I'm starting in the middle, and I'll just work my way out. So my little penguin eyes are a circle and a circle, and then a baby circle inside. That would be like the reflecting white, like the little white dot inside of the penguin's eye. Now I'm going to start, so think right in the center of those two circles. They look like donuts, don't they? So right here, I'm going to do an arch over and down. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to arch it up, over, and down, and then connect it. Is it perfect? No. Does it have to be? No. Just do your best. This is practice, or it could be your good one. Again, I've done this so many times. This is not the first time I've done this, and I still don't do it perfect, and that's okay. All right, so now let's do a line, a horizontal line like this. I'm going to curve it around like that. That's going to be the edge of his hat, or it could be her hat. Oops, I went down too far. So wait, let me think. Yeah, I went down too far because here's the head right here, right? So that's why you use a pencil. So look, it doesn't even matter, but like that right there, you could erase because that's going to be the black part with the flipper. See, so that you could erase. And that's one fin or flipper. And then I'm going to come down and go in. Come down and go in. And I'm not even going to worry about my line. You know why? Because that part's going to be black anyway. So my black's going to cover it up. So down here, I'm going to put his little feet. And then, so right up at the top, you can do a little pom-pom. And your little pom-pom, I want to make sure everybody's in. Uh-oh. We have Jenny Kunkel. Jenny is not seeing. Hey, Joe, I see the check going. Somebody's not seeing the video. That's why I try to get everybody in. Hold on, I have a few people. I just want to make sure a couple people are messaging me that they can't see the video. So we have Toby Sweeney. I want to make sure that, Joe, you can let me know when you see people pop in. So Toby Sweeney can't find us. And that's why I always keep my phone by, you guys. All right, Joe, how about while we're waiting for this, we do a joke. Let's do a joke while I'm trying to get these people in the. So she's in the. So scroll down. She's in the group. So funny. I don't know how to explain people. You just got to scroll down and you'll find us. Joe, maybe you can go in the group and find Toby Sweeney and kind of help her find the live video. And we have Jenny Kunkel Moore. Jenny Kunkel Moore. Where do penguins go to dance? Where do penguins go to dance? Tell us. All right, Toby Sweeney's in. We have one more person. Yay, Toby Sweeney. Oh, hers is it. All right. You guys, the snowball. I want to go to a snowball. All right. So I'm looking at the comments. I have one more person I'm trying to get into the group. Let me just try one more time. Jenny, are you in? All right. I think everybody's in now, you guys. Sorry. Oh boy. I get so nervous when people can't get in. So you guys that just got here, this is just my sloppy copy. So I was practicing, and we stream to several different places. We stream to the subscription group and then Facebook Live. And I try really hard to get the people that are in the Facebook Live. Awesome. Okay. I get the people in Facebook Live into my subscription group in case there's an issue with the streaming. And again, Facebook has a lot of glitches. Sometimes I struggle with the technology myself. So I'm glad you're all here. Yeah. I'm Denyse with Artist at Heart. I'm an art teacher, and I'm really happy to be here creating with you guys tonight. So this is just my practice. Let me just finish the hat, and then we'll do the other one. And you guys, it's a pretty simple drawing. So seriously, right in the center here is like a wavy circle. That would be the pom-pom. And your pom-pom, it would be so cute if you used like a real cotton ball. You could use, later on, you could add glitter to it if you wanted to. You can even add buttons to it. So I love when you embellish with various supplies. Okay, so, and then it's so funny because then I have other people messaging me, and I'm never sure who's messaging me. All right, and if you want to add a pattern, you can always do a pattern on your hat or not, up to you. And then right now it looks like he's floating, right? Like floating on there. We need to make him stand on some ice. All right, again, that's my sloppy copy. If you just got here, you need a pencil. I'm only drawing with marker so you can see it better on the camera. If I was alone here, I would be using a pencil so you could erase it. All right, again, I'm only using marker so you can see it better. You can outline it later. I know everyone loves to outline their artwork because it makes it stand out and is bold. All right, Joe, I'm glad everyone's in here. Let's do one more joke because I need to laugh a little bit. Joe, Joe is my nephew. He's behind the scenes. So where do penguins go to the movies? I don't know, Joe. Where do penguins go to the movies? At the dive-in. So do you guys know that penguins can't fly? They don't fly, but they're excellent swimmers. So it's interesting that they use their flippers or their fins to swim, but not to fly. All right, so now let's go back. So if you just got here, I want you to have your paper vertical or in portrait style so we can work up. If you're creating with a family member and you want them to connect, you can make the snow mound at the bottom, the line go all the way across so it connects. You could have their fins touch each other. And then, Joe, can you show some pictures of some samples of other artworks? And these are just, you could put two penguins together on one artwork. I love you so much. Okay, that's cute. Look at the striped hat with like two little pom-poms on top. Ear muffs. You guys can always use ear muffs. You could add a scarf. Okay, Joe. There's another one. You could put a sled on the bottom. I thought that sled was simple and cute, right? So he's got a blue hat, a purple scarf, and a sled. Very nice. And then there's one more. And the last one is kind of fancy. All right, this one was, look at that. That's all made. Oh, can you put that back up? Thank you. It's all rhinestones. And he's going to the snowball. So the snowball, he's wearing a tux, right? Which is just two triangles to make that bow tie and a top hat. And that's all made out of little rhinestones and beads. I thought that was so precious. So if you want to do it with a different type of supply, I think that's amazing. I'm going to show you one more. I didn't like it as much with the scarf, but here's one with the scarf, right? It looks funny. I like it better without the scarf. So let's get started. I'm going to start right in the middle. I'm not going to measure, but roughly in the middle, I'm going to start with a triangle. My triangle has rounded corners, okay? So it's like softer. I think it looks cuter with the rounded corners. So I'm going to start right in the middle. I'm going to do a horizontal line. And then I'm going to round the corner and do a diagonal line. Round the corner and do a diagonal line and connect it. So again, roughly in the middle. It's probably a little bit lower, but that's okay. And then I'm going to do the two eyes, which are circles. So one circle here, one circle here, and then a baby little circle in the middle. And that is going to be the little white reflective part in the center. And then again, roughly in the middle, right around here, we're gonna go up, over, and down, and stop. And you can do that on the other side too. Up and over and around and stop. Is it perfect? No. Does it have to be? No. Do your best. Okay, so I'm going to do a line here. And I'm going to come down and do my flipper like that. And connect it there. And it probably should come out a little bit more. But it's okay. Down, around, over. And then he's got feet. So his feet would be like here. And here. Man, I'm making my feet big. And now I do the hat. So the hat is like almost like a C. It's curved like that to give it the illusion that it's dimensional. So it's really not flat. It's giving the illusion. So this would be like a backward C, like parentheses. And then curve up and over. And again, your hat, you could make a beret if you want to make a beret. Now the pom-pom I'm going to put first. So this little, again, kind of fluffy little pom-pom. And then here, like that. You can add, well, you definitely want him to be standing on something. You could add an igloo, right? That would be cute to put a little igloo somewhere. You could put a crack in the ice. You could put a little hole in the ice where he goes swimming. But definitely you need some kind of ground. So I'm just going to do, this will be my snow line. And again, if you want to connect it with somebody else's canvas, you just line them up so that they can meet at the same place. And you can have wavy lines and do balloons so that your penguin's holding balloons. Excuse me. Or you could do, okay, I have them right here. Do you guys have any for snack break? Those cute little candy hearts, right? You can barely read them anymore. They used to be really strong in color. The colors are still pretty nice, pretty soft pastels. So you can add those here as well. Now remember, I did mine in marker. So you're going to end up seeing the lines, but I'm going to do them on here. So let's say I do one heart here. So look, it's overlapping those lines, but if you're using pencil, you would just erase those lines. I'm going to paint over those lines so you won't see them. And I'm going to do another heart here. And another heart here. And another heart here. Kind of like, right, like a sign. And again, you could erase those lines in there. I'm just going to paint over those lines. Or you could do the wavy lines and the balloons. I think if you did both, it would be too many hearts, but it's your artwork. So I want you to do it the way you like it. So do it how you want. That's what I have to say about that. Now, if you want to draw your pattern in your hat, the way I did, again, the stripes on the brim of the hat to give the illusion that it's got form, so it's not so flat. Right in the middle, you can do one vertical line, okay? You could actually do another one next to it because that part would be painted in. And then you would curve a line that way, like parentheses again, and curve a line that way. Curve a line that way, curve. And you would do that, but as you're getting closer to the center, it's not going to be quite as curved. So again, it gives the illusion that it's rounded. And you could do your favorite colors. You could do pink and purple, orange and yellow. You could actually make your own hat if you have a real hat with the pom-pom on it, or you can make an imaginary one because it's your artwork. So you can do it however you want to. All right. Now, I like to paint from light to dark, okay? Because black is really hard to not get all over the place. So if I started with black, I know people love to because it's so bold and dramatic, but then it gets into all the other beautiful colors. So save the black for last, including the outline. Mine's only outline so you could see it better. All right. If you want to add eyelashes because it's a little girl, you can add eyelashes. Start thinking about a name for your penguin, right? Is it Priscilla? Is it Penelope? Is it Patty? Is it Patrick? Is it Paul? I don't know. It's your penguin, so you have to think of a name. So no eyelashes. It looks like a boy. Little eyelashes down there looks like a girl. This one has little eyelashes too. So you can see she looks like a girl, right? Okay. Now, how you guys doing? I think I have a fun fact for you before we start painting. Joe, do we have a fun fact for them? A penguin? I have a question for you. That's what I have. I have a question. No, it's not a question, but close. Penguins, oh, it's okay, Joe. Penguins flap their wings when they swim, just like other birds flap their wings to fly. Interesting, right? So you can imagine you see how fast birds fly with their wings flapping so fast. Imagine that with penguins underwater. And they spend so much time in the water. About 75% of their time is in the water because that's where their food is. So they love fish and bright red krill, which are these little tiny red fish. And penguins are swimming around looking for their fish and food a lot. So 75% of the time they're in water. All right, let's start with the background color. I'm going to do mine blue. Now, here's what I want you to think about. Whatever color you use for the background, I don't want you to use on the hat or the hearts or the penguin because you want to have contrast. You want it to show up. So if you use blue or turquoise blue or really, really light blue or even purple, then don't use purple in the hat or don't use purple on the heart because, again, you want the colors to pop out and stand out. So that's called contrast. So I'm going to do my background blue. I'm going to make it, I'll show you actually, this is just blue with no white in it. Hold on, let me dip your brush in the paint. If you want to wet it first, that's fine, but dry it off on a paper towel so it's not too wet. Here's the blue with, see how bold that is? Now, I like mine for this project to be softer, more pastel. So kind of like my little hearts, right? They're more pastel. I would do that by adding white. So I'm not even going to mix it on my plate. I'm going to mix it on the canvas. If you're using watercolor paint, you would use a lot of water, a little paint, and it's going to be more transparent, which is see-through. But I love watercolor paint too. I'm using acrylic. So acrylic paint is more opaque, which means you cannot see through it. So look, I'm going to cover up my black lines just so you can see. Now, if I was using watercolor paint, I would not be able to cover up that black line. But acrylic paint allows me to do that. That's why I love acrylic. So where I make a mistake or here where the lines are overlapping, when I use the acrylic paint, it will cover those lines. Watercolor paint won't do that because it's see-through. And I also love to see the brush strokes. I love to see the lines. I kind of like to follow the shape. So if you notice, I'm painting around my penguin. You guys can help me name my penguin too. Could I make it lighter than that? Of course. So I just scooped up more white paint and I'm just going to mix it right on there. If you're using watercolor paint and you want it to be lighter, you would add more water. Less paint, more water. Now, I found something new the other day that I absolutely love. I guess they've been out for a while, but I just saw them for the first time. I'm going to show you. Love these. You can get them at Target. They're also on my website and on my Facebook page because I love them that much. But you can go to Target and get them. You can get them on Amazon. They're solid paint sticks. They color beautifully. So they kind of remind me of lipstick, but I don't want to give you guys any ideas. So it twists up. It's a solid opaque, which means you can't see through it, right? I'll show you right there. Okay, you can see through it though, but it's still pretty. I mean, again, this one, because it's tempera and it's a stick, right? So this one is really clean. It dries super quick and solid. So if you don't like to make a mess, these are fantastic. So they're called washable paint sticks, and this is tempera, but they also come in acrylic. So if I was using the acrylic, again, this would cover it easier. Oh, I think my guy's Chilly Willy. How about that? Chilly Willy the penguin. Do you guys know Chilly Willy the penguin? Or Happy Feet. How about Happy Feet? You might think crazy. All right, I don't want to get blocked. And if you guys have painted with me before, you know I can't really sing. So, and I'm not supposed to either, but I'm sure that you have an Alexa. Alexa, play Happy. That's a good song to paint too. If you don't have an Alexa, you could play Happy. Because this is definitely a happy painting. And really, it's, you know, it just makes me feel good to create. Even if I make a mistake, no one knows. You guys, you know my mistakes just because I told you. You wouldn't know otherwise. And again, I love seeing those lines. You can see the light streaks of blue. So that's value. Those are different values of blue. When you add white to a color, so I just added white to blue, it's got a value. It's light. It's called a tint, T-I-N-T. And don't forget this part over here. And while I have my brush with that paint on it, what I'm going to do, I don't want my snow at the bottom to be like solid white because I think that's kind of boring for me. If you want to leave it solid white, that's fine. So what I'm going to do my snow, actually this looks like water because I made it so wavy. So I'm going to soften that wave up. I don't want it to look like, although he does swim a lot, right? It could be the swimming pool. I want this to look like snow, so I'm going to put more white. I'm not even going to wash my brush. I'm just going to take this brush and I'm going to scoop more white on it. So you have a really, really light blue or light purple or whatever color you're using at the bottom. So you can still see it, right? It's very pale blue. Oops, and now look, I bumped, can you guys see that? I bumped into my orange. So again, no one knows but you. Shh, don't tell anybody. So I'm just going to mix my orange in there. It kind of, when you mix orange and blue together, you're going to get brown. So guess what? It looks like Lake Erie. I live in Cleveland. We live on Lake Erie and it looks a little bit brown. It's not those beautiful Florida sparkling clear water. I mean, it just looks brown because it's shallow. So to me, I don't like that. So I'm going to put a little bit more blue back in there. Now what I could do too is wait for it to dry and be patient. It could also be a shadow. Right? It could be the penguin shadow. It could be reflection from the sun. No one would know that was a mistake. And again, I could if I don't like it, I could lighten it up again later. So I'm just going to let it dry for a little bit. All right, next, I want to do my hat. So I'm going to do mine pink because that's why I wore pink hat tonight. But I want you to use whatever color you want. So I'm going to do the top part of my hat light pink. If you don't have pink, mix some red and white together, okay? And you would get pink. Or you can buy pink, right? So I'm going to make mine lighter. I'll mix it right on here. So it's pink and white. Again, you could do red and white. Be careful you don't bump into the light blue. You can leave a little, look at, I'll leave a little gap of white there. So I'll leave a little bit of gap, and then I can go back into it later and outline it, or I could just leave that little white line there. But if I bumped into my light blue, the worst that would happen was I would get a little bit of purple in my hat. So again, I just left a tiny bit of white. And it's okay, you don't have to use pink. But while I have my pink on my brush, I'm going to give my, even if it's a boy, you can have some rosy pink cheeks just because it's cold where he is in the Arctic. That's where penguins are. I wish I had a penguin in my backyard. That would be cute. Did I tell all the jokes, Joe? I can't remember. How does a penguin build its house? How does a penguin build its house? I don't know. How? It glues it together. That was funny. That's a good one. I did not write these jokes, but I thought that was funny. That's a good one. Now, you guys, I love reading different books, and I'm not going to read them tonight, but here's a few I got from the library. Penguin's Big Adventure. Okay, very cute. Look at that cute little penguin. And he's hiking, right, up the mountain. You can put a little mountain and clouds in your background if you want to. Penguin Flies Home. I thought this was cute. I love the glasses. And we talked about this already. Penguins don't fly. So it's an imaginary story, right? Penguins don't fly. And this one, no, that's, I got another cool one here. Oh, it fell on the floor. All right, I'll show you the other one later. Remind me. Don't let me forget that I got to show you the third book. Okay, so now, what color do you want to do? You know, again, that's up to you guys. Use your favorite colors. I would just not use blue on blue, or it's a different blue. Use a different blue. But again, if I did a blue hat with the blue background, it wouldn't have contrast. It wouldn't show up so great. So I'm going to do mine. I haven't done a yellow hat. How about yellow? Do yellow and pink go together? Let's try some yellow and see what happens. Can you guys see that? So instead of doing yellow and then another color, I'm going to skip one. Yellow, skip one. Yellow, skip one. Yellow. Now your pattern can have 3 colors if you want. So yellow, skip one, yellow, skip one, yellow, skip one. Again, or green or purple. Watch out for that wet blue if yours is still wet. So if I bumped into my yellow with the blue, I would end up with a green stripe in the hat. Now, what I'm going to do in between is I'm going to do a pink, but I'm not going to make it so light. So I'll do pink in here without adding any white to it. So it'll be a brighter pink than the top of the hat. That's kind of cute. How's yours coming? How you guys doing? And again, I still want to brighten that up later, so I have to be patient. I'm going to leave it alone. Now, whenever you're ready and there's no rush, you could do your triangle yellow. But I'd like, again, to add a little bit of orange to it just to make it a little bit more interesting. So I could, if you don't have yellow, mix some red and yellow together, more yellow and a little bit of red. You always want to, when you're color mixing, you always want to add more of the lighter color. And I'm just kind of doing a little bit of orangey yellow around the edge. I'll hold it up close so you can see it. And I'm going to do the feet, his happy feet, the same way, like yellowish with some orange in it. Yours can be all orange. Yours could be just all yellow. I just think it looks more interesting with, you know, both of those two colors mixed together. All right, I know you got to catch up. Don't say, slow down, slow. You either hear, slow down, you're going too fast, or I'm done, just like a teacher. So, oh, all right, Reagan loves it when I read. All right, I'm going to read some of it. I have another book. This is the one that I was going to read to you guys. This one, I'll read you this one. I think this one's kind of long, but I'll read you. We'll see how it goes. So this is Bob the Penguin, okay? And I like this one because look at how cute. He has little buttons, right? Could you put buttons on your, oh my gosh, you guys, if you have buttons, you could add buttons. You could add glitter. Again, you could add whatever you want to. But I thought this was cute. Look at the little penguins there. And then the mountains in the background, right? There's a sun. Look at the texture. So we know that penguins have black and white feathers, right? Look at this. Did anybody name their penguin Bob? Did you guys name your penguin Bob? So here's a little map of the Antarctic and the South Pole and the Southern Ocean. And this is from the library, by the way. So I get a lot of books from the library. And Reagan wants me to read a little bit. So I don't know, I won't read the whole book. So it says, are penguins really birds? Yes, they certainly are birds. Their body is covered with feathers, but they cannot fly. All the different kinds of penguins live near the cold coasts of the southern oceans. Look at all the little artworks. Every fall, the emperor penguin sets off south on a long journey to their meeting place near the South Pole. They march along day after day across the ice and snow. Alfred has been on this march many times, but this year he finds it more tiring than ever. Oh, I'm getting too old for this, he says, but soon he's on the move again. And hi, Sophia. Sorry, I didn't give you a shout out before. I'm glad you guys made it. All right. Okay, let's keep going. So I'll do it. How about if I paint a little and I'll read a little, and I'll paint a little and I'll read a little. And so I got the pink cheeks, right? And I'm going to do, again, I told you guys I want to do black last, just because if you haven't noticed yet, I'm messy. So now I'm going to do my hearts. So you guys do whatever color hearts you want. I'm going to use a darker color here, like purple, to cover up those black lines. Now I'm going to put a little bit of white in my purple, just because it kind of, purple on camera looks a little bit brown. See how it's covering it? That's called opaque. It's opaque, so it's not see-through. I could not do that with watercolor paint because watercolor paint is transparent. So again, don't use the same color background paint as you are going to do your hearts. You want it to stand out. You could write, your favorite saying on the heart. You could put "kiss me" on the heart. Ew, I heard you. Ew, ew, ew. Don't kiss me. All right. I taught in school. I taught art in Cleveland for 20 years. So I'm just telling you what the kids would say if I would say something like that. Ew, kids, ew, eyelashes. The boys would say that. Ew, pink. Okay, so speaking of pink, let's do some pink. All right, I love pink. I think I used a lot of pink, so I'm going to do a pink for my heart. I also like to try to make them a little bit different every time I do it. All right. Now, if you guys notice, this one's yellow here, but I don't want to do yellow here. Why would I not want to do yellow there? Because yellow is a really light color, and even though it's opaque, you would probably still see those black lines unless I did a few coats. So I'll use something a little bit deeper there, but I could use yellow there. So how about that? How about if I do yellow there? Now, I like to buy little bottles. You can get these little bottles. Like a lot of you guys use these because they're just a little bit neater than the bigger bottles. But the paint sticks, really, I love those. Okay, there's my yellow. And then this one, what am I going to do that one? I could do a green heart, but well, there is green in here. I was thinking, or I could do orange. I was thinking these colors, right? But there is a light green, and on this balloon, there's a light green. What's the green taste like? I don't think these things taste very good. Tastes like a brick of sugar. And green, like, is it supposed to be lime? Because it doesn't taste like lime. All right, let's do a green because I haven't used green. Okay, those are not one of my favorite Valentine candies. I'm just saying. I only bought them because they're cute. Not for the flavor. Green looks cute. Now, this is exactly what I was talking about with the contrast. You see how that green blends into the blue background? There's not a lot of contrast. It's very close in color. So I could darken it up and use a darker green, or I could lighten up. If I lightened up the background there, it would show up more. So I'm going to let that dry, and then I'll lighten that blue up so that this heart stands out more. As I chew this green heart. All right. So let's try to lighten that up a little bit. I don't want to bump into. Let's go back to that one. Let's get rid of that brown. So what do I do if it's too blue? Which it's too blue for me. Now these bottles, all right, so this is a big bottle white. You guys, I get these at Michael's. They're $10 each. You're always going to go through more white paint than any other color, right? Because you're adding white all the time. You're always lightening stuff up. So I go through a lot of white. So I tend to buy the larger bottles of that. And if you don't have a Michaels by you, Hobby Lobby has them too. Or Amazon. This is artist cloth. $10. And they come in like your primary colors. And again, if you guys want to, you could put like a little fishing hole with a little fish in it, right? It could be like where he jumps in to go in the water. Like you could put like a crack in the ice. Right here, you could put like a little crack. It's up to you guys. So I am going to read just a little bit more so you can catch up. How you guys doing on time? I don't want to keep you up too late. Why do emperor penguins walk so far? They may travel more than 60 miles across the ice to reach their breeding grounds. Once there, female and male penguins join up to mate and start a family together. Look, they're having a party. At last, they arrive at the meeting place, and the penguin party is soon in full swing. The penguins sip icy seawater from fancy glasses. They eat bits of fish from the ends of tiny icicles. Alfred sees a very special friend of his in the crowd. Flora. Flora's wearing a purple shawl, and Alfred thinks she's looking even prettier than he remembers from last year. He's glad to spot her in the crowd. He calls out happily, hoping that Flora hasn't forgotten his voice. Could you guys add? Could you add like a string across the top and put balloons that way? You could have balloons hanging across the top. You could have balloons hanging with the string. You could make heart balloons, or you can do a string of balloons from this hand to here. I'm trying to give you guys different ideas. Think outside the box, right? And if you wanted to, you could put a string connecting all that. Now, what I'm going to do here on my pom-pom is I don't want to, again, I hate to say it, but I think it's boring, just flat white like that. So lighten it up. I already used light pink there. So maybe I make it an even lighter pink, right? It's up to you guys. Let's see what I have here. Light purple, light pink. I could do light yellow. Maybe light yellow. Let's try light yellow. Or green, no. So I would use yellow with some white. Let's see how that looks. A little yellow pom-pom. And if you want to give it texture, you could tap, 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 tap your brush. Tap, 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 tap. You guys are going to see when I add the black how it's going to change the whole artwork. I don't want to get paint on my library box. I'm going to wipe off my hands. The reason why I like this book is because of the facts, the penguin facts. Do emperor penguins build a nest? No, they keep their egg warm and did I skip a page? Well, it doesn't even talk about eggs, but you guys, most penguins have 2 eggs, okay? And they, keep them warm. After she lays the egg, the female passes it to the male, who holds it on his feet under a fold of skin. This space is called a broad pouch. Then the female can go off to feed. When the egg has hatched, the male passes the chick back to his mate. The male and female take turns caring for the chicks, so each parent has time to feed. Look at that penguin. Alfred politely bows to Flora. He nods his handsome head to catch her eye. At first, Flora looks the other way, but then she bows too, and the couple waddle off together. Alfred is pleased that Flora has chosen him to be her mate. Soon Flora will lay an egg, and later the proud parents will have an emperor penguin chick. So penguins waddle. That's how they move, right? They waddle. So you guys can waddle like a penguin. It's fun to pretend you're a penguin too. You could add glasses to your penguin. You want to add glasses? Add glasses. Joe, I have a photo up there of a mom and a baby. It's so cute. This cute photo of a mom and baby penguin. I don't think I showed you guys that yet. Oh, tell me that's not so cute. It's fluffy and gray belly. I love that. Thanks, Joe. Okay, so now you guys, I'm going to add the black. When you go to add your black, if you're painting, go slow. Okay, take your time. So your bristle, let me show you a clean brush. So this is the bristle, right? This is the bristle of your brush. The harder you press, the wider your bristle is going to spread. The gentler you press, the lighter or the thinner it's going to be. So when you're using black paint, go slow. Take your time. Don't press too hard. Okay. Again, it's really the last thing you want to do. A lot of people like to do it before, but again, like me, I'll end up with black everywhere if I do it first. And this is a great time to cover up my mistakes if I went out of the line. I can also re-outline everything later just to clean up my edges. Go slow, be gentle. And I'm going to use a smaller brush for inside the eye since it's such a small area. So if you have a little brush, you could actually paint in the circle solid black and then add the white dot later once it's dry. I'm going to try to paint around mine. Depends on how steady my hand is tonight. Can you guys see that tiny little white dot still in there? Oh, I forgot. So it did dry. Oops, I just got black on there a little bit. So what I could do, I could outline it here to make it stand out, but I still want to show you guys the difference with contrast. So let's make a lighter blue. Here, just so you can see if I make it a little bit lighter, how it'll have more contrast. See, it'll make the green pop out more. Because that blue and green were too close, right? I wasn't getting enough contrast. But I want it to look different than my snow. How you guys doing? How's it coming along? See the green showing up better? And what else could I have done? Well, and I didn't finish the bottom part of the penguin. His wings down here, right? So his wing's gonna come like that. Another thing I could do is outline it again so that it stands out a little bit. Do you want eyelashes? I think they look cute with eyelashes, whether it's a boy or a girl. I think it looks cute. Let's see. Look at the difference. You could put little eyebrows. I did 2 lines. Let's do 3. Ah, she's going to the snowball. Let's see. You guys could do polka dots, right? Oh my gosh, let me try some polka dots. Polka dots might look really cute. Can you see those? Not enough contrast. I'm doing little white polka dots on my head. I'll hold it up. Maybe I do them yellow. I bet you yellow would show up better. Can you see that better? Not really. I'll hold it up close. See little polka dots? Now, if you want, again, you guys can add balloons. You could add snow. So how I would do is take the handle and dip it in some white paint, and then you could do little dots for snow if you want. So snow is scattered, so you don't want it to look like a pattern. You want it to be, little spread out. And let's see what else. Oh, you could add the words again if you want to. I don't think I want to outline my hearts in black. I think it would be too strong. I do think my pink heart needs a little help. I think my pink heart should overlap my yellow one. So, oops, that's orange. What do you guys think? How's yours coming? I lost my pink paint. I'll use orange because I can't find my pink. Can they overlap each other? Yes. So look, see, this one needs to be a little bit bigger here. So I'm just going to make it overlap. Better? Can they overlap each other? Of course. I'm going to outline my feet. I don't want to use black. I just think it would be too harsh. So I'm outlining my feet in orange. This I should cover too. Maybe I put a little orange in there. I'm trying to cover up some of those harsh black lines. I can outline my little polka dots so you guys can see them better. I could outline my pom-pom. And you guys could put, again, you could put words in there. You could write it with a marker. You could put kiss me, love me, hug me, be mine. All right, let's see. Let's see what's going on in the book. I know Reagan wants me to read the book. When the chick has hatched from the egg, Alfred and Flora have the boy. The parents decide to call their son Bob. Flora and Alfred take turns looking after their little chick. They both get tired and need to walk a long way to the coast to catch some fish to eat. They take turns doing that too, so that they can both keep their strength up. How many eggs does an emperor penguin lay? A female penguin lays just one egg each year. Oh, I was reading before that they laid two, so my bad. The egg is about 5 inches long. Emperor penguins live for 20 years in the wild. All right, one of those types of penguins have two eggs. How do penguin chicks keep warm? Chicks have thick, fluffy down feathers that keep them warm in the early weeks. At about 7 weeks, they lose their gray down and grow adult feathers. That's what I showed you the picture of with the little baby gray feathers. Poor little Bob feels very cold. His mother says this is quite a problem because they live in the coldest part of the world. But Flora feels sorry for her chick and gives him a blanket. When he's still cold, she wonders what to do. Then she has a brilliant idea. Look at that little blanket, right? You can make your blanket with stripes. You can make a scarf with stripes. Flora decides to knit a warm set of clothes for Bob. First, she makes some soft overalls. Then she knits him a long, thick scarf. Bob helps his mother so she'll finish the scarf more quickly. Now Bob is the warmest chick in the whole colony. How do penguins feed their chicks? Emperor parents take turns to go off and catch fish and other sea creatures for food. They eat some themselves and store the rest in their crop, a pouch in their throat. That's gross. Later, they can bring up some of the food up into their throat and feed it to the chick. So I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's like they like throw it up and then they eat it. First of all, I hate throwing up, and second of all, I would never eat it. So. All right. How big are emperor penguins? Emperor chicks are small, but they grow into the biggest penguin of all. As adult emperors, they reach about 3 feet, okay, and weigh as much as 100 pounds. Flora had another reason for knitting Bob's bright green scarf. She thought it would help her find him in the crowded colony. There's lots going on today, but where's Bob? Okay. And do you know another reason why penguins are really black and white is because again, they spend about 75% of the time in water. It's a great camouflage. They're not easily seen. So when there's predators like seals like to eat penguins. So they're actually camouflaged with the black and white in the water swimming around. Okay, so the one I did tonight, I feel like the eyes are a little bit too big, but sometimes mascara makes your eyes look bigger. Maybe I do a couple more lashes, although it'll probably just accentuate it even more. But you can tell the little eyes and the big eyes. Actually, the one at the far has the smallest, then the medium, and then the large. And again, you can make it however you want to. Maybe if I made the body better, a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to let you guys come on the screen. Joe, if you're new, there's going to be a StreamYard link. And Joe's going to post the StreamYard link. That allows you to come on camera. So if you want to share your artwork and come on camera, you don't have to be done. You don't have to show your artwork. It's really fun, and that's my favorite part. So Joe's going to give you guys the link. You click on the link, and just so you know, for safety reasons, there's about a 10-second delay here. So, no funny stuff. But we've never had an issue. So Joe is behind the scenes, but again, we're on a slight delay. You want to turn down your Facebook volume if you can. just so it doesn't echo. So what's going to happen is, because you guys are 10 seconds behind me, if you're watching it with the volume up really loud, it's going to throw you off because you're going to be talking to me and then your video is going to be playing from 10 seconds ago. So turn your volume not off, just turn it down on Facebook so it doesn't echo in the background. Don't be afraid to come on. You'll know that the kids are subscribers and members because they've been doing this a long time and they're not shy. I guess I have been told that once upon a time they were shy. See, look at, I made the wing bigger, so now it looks a little, the eyes don't look so big. So I'm just trying to balance it out more, right? So I was like, whoa, those eyes look really big. So now it's got a little bit more balance. Joe, can you give him the link, the StreamYard link? Joe, I hope he's still awake. Here, thanks, Joe. Eileen's here. All right, Joe, bring on it, Eileen. Hey, Eileen.
Hi. Here's my penguin.
Oh, he's so cute. You did a great job. Uh-oh. Is it wet still?
No, I actually used, what it made it to dry, I actually used these ones.
Hold them up close. Oh, those are the liquid tubes. Yeah, those are good. Those are nice and opaque. I love that paint. Thank you. It looks awesome. You did a great. Did you name your penguin?
Yeah, I named him Poppy.
One more time. Let's see Poppy. Poppy the penguin. That's so cute. You could write a story about Poppy, right? You can make Mrs. Poppy. You can make them into cards for people. That's awesome, Eileen. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Reagan's here. Hey, Reagan.
Hi.
Oh, so cute. Oh, I like your eyes.
Thank you. I haven't
That
done
looks
them yet.
great. Very nice. And do you have a name yet for yours?
Penny.
Penny the penguin. That's so cute. I love it.
Thank you.
All right, thanks for sharing. Holly Ann's here. Hey, Holly.
Oh, my snowball fell. My little pom-pom. This is mine.
Oh my gosh, so cute. I love the white balloons.
I named her Lily.
Say it again.
Lily.
Lily, and you used a real puffball.
Yeah, I did.
I love it. That's so cute.
Thank you.
Is that a cotton ball or is that like a real puffball?
Real pom-pom.
It's a real
It's really, yeah.
pom-pom.
I love it. I wish I had some. I'm going to have to look. That looks great. You did an awesome job.
Thank you.
And Lily looks awesome too.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Alba's here. Hey, Alba. Hi, Alba. How are you?
Hi. Good.
Yeah, let's see your penguin. Oh, so cute. You did an awesome job. That's great. They both look amazing. Do they have names?
No.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay,
Not
you
yet.
gotta think about it. And name them. They look great. I'm so glad you guys joined us tonight.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Thank you.
Sorry you guys had trouble coming on.
Tomorrow, Sunday.
What's that?
I can't wait for tomorrow.
What's tomorrow?
You mean for next painting?
Yeah.
For the next painting.
Awesome. And you know what? You're in the group, so there's a bunch of fun ones in there too. What did we do? Anyways, just look. There's a bunch of videos from last week too. So thank you guys. And you look like you've grown some. Yeah.
Huh?
You got bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for you. Thanks, you guys. Bye. Hi.
Hi.
What you got going on there?
That's my penguin.
Wow,
I
what's
gave him
his
a
name?
lot of dead fish. Those are the ones he ate. So I drew a lot of hearts because I had a respect week in school.
What's his name?
Well, his name is Patty.
Patty, and Patty has a lot of dead fish.
Yes, because
You want to show her mommies?
This is my mommy's.
Oh, and Mommy doesn't like dead fish.
No.
No.
That looks great. You guys did awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining
Thank
us.
you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. That's awesome. Oh, how fun, right? So, of course, boys love dead fish, right? And penguins vomiting up their food. Because, that's great. And again, I love when you think outside the box. I would not have thought to put a bunch of dead fish on my artwork, but I love that you think that way and that they're all different colors, right? So I was thinking, again, you could put like a crack in the ice or a hole in the ice where the penguin jumps in. Does that look like a hole in the, now it looks like a fish. It looks like a fish in the ice, right? I was trying to make a crack in the ice and now I made a fish. Look, just like you, I have a dead fish. It's dinner. We could make it a bright red krill. So, I don't know. But, okay, how's yours coming? Are you guys almost done? Let's see what else we could do to this. You know what? While we're still on, let's just write a couple words on here and then we'll wrap up. So I'm going to see if this, let's outline this. Can you guys see it better if it's outlined? Okay, now white, and you guys can use markers for this. I'm going to try to paint it. So I'm going to do B, mine, M-I-N-E, be mine. Now, I don't like the way it looks, and the girls are here from Florida, and Bella are here. Hey, girls! Long time no see.
Right?
Yep.
This is Aphrodite.
Aphrodite.
Aphrodite, I love it!
Her full name is Aphrodite Squeech.
Aphrodite squeeching.
And I love how you did those colors in the background.
It's supposed to be Northern Lights.
Yeah, that's the Northern Lights.
It looks kind of
Oh, the Northern Lights! I love that. I didn't even think of that. Great idea.
Today. Well, you want to show yours?
And I put my letters on the hearts big and like very readable.
Yes, you have much better write. I just wrote on mine, and I think I'm going to erase it. And I'm going to show you how to erase it. And the girls today FaceTimed me, so that was my first surprise FaceTime.
It was so fun.
It was fun.
You're really spoiling them, Denise, because now they're saying we need to do it regularly.
I might not answer. Luckily, I didn't still have my pajamas on. Okay, so I was like, all right, I don't have my pajamas on. I can answer the FaceTime.
It was a lot of fun.
Thanks, girls.
Thank you,
Oh,
Denise.
I have actually something to.
Oh yeah, show me what.
Show what you got.
Oh, don't get him dirty. He's so cute.
Penguin,
No,
not
that's
the
this
scale.
An emperor penguin. You have an emperor.
Not the
That
scale.
looks awesome. I love the Northern Lights. I'm going to have to add that to mine.
Ooh, yay.
Nice.
Thank you for inspiring me.
Little boots on my penguin.
Oh,
I never actually showed you. Oh wait, no, I did. Oh, but I'll show you the boots.
So you got little boots.
Oh, those are cute little booties. I didn't see them before. I was looking at your hearts.
And I'm gonna put snow.
Oh,
slash
all around her.
snow.
Thanks, girls. Give me a heart. I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
All right,
Bye.
Bye. Love it. All right, real quick before we go, I'm sure Joe has movies to watch, right, Joe? Or games to play, whatever boys do on. All right, so real quick. So you see how I don't like that. Did you see how neat their handwriting was? Oh my gosh. Well, mine not so much. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint over it. So if I paint over it, it's like erasing it because I didn't like the way it looked. So if that happens to you and there's something that you don't like, you just paint over it. Again, if you're using watercolor paint, it doesn't work that well because it's transparent. I loved the idea of northern lights in the background. So that is a great idea. I'm gonna do that too. You could put fish down here. You could put live fish. You could put dead fish. You could put a fish in the mouth, right? You could put fish bones. Whatever you want. And let other people inspire you. You guys, I get ideas from you all the time. I love the pink little booties also. So whether it's, again, you guys could add the sled, you could add rhinestones to it. You saw how Holly put the pom-pom on top. I thought that was a great idea also. So whatever you do, there's no right or wrong. Just have fun. And if if you had fun, do another one, make them into cards, send them to your friends, give them as presents. Right? Whatever you want. I will see you guys again soon. Be happy. Make art. God bless you guys. Stay safe. And I'll see you again real soon. Bye, you guys.